50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome back, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 607. Today is December 26, 2025. Only a few more days, we could say that. Back at it again, filling in. Joe, we appreciate the hell out of you. We're going to probably make this a thing. Elvis has a new job, so it is tough for him to make these days, but Joe, being the mensch that he is, he's going to fill us in. So he's probably going to be the third man. It was like a third man
third man in the ring, kind of like the referee, like stepping in. So, round 2 and plenty more rounds to go.
Absolutely. So thanks again, brother. We appreciate you. Second one we're doing today. We had AKPR award show, so go check that out. We gave out tons of black today, so go check that out over on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get that. But okay, we got a great episode. We'll recap on Christmas. We had a triple header. We'll recap that. Week 17 preview. We got picks, props, teasers. We'll talk about some bowl games at the end as well. I will be in attendance at the Pop-Tart Bowl here down in Orlando. So
we got to keep these niche bowls. They're awesome, right? The Xbox Bowl, the Master Chief giving the award. We're going to have Pop-Tarts, mascots, full force out there on the field. So it should be.
And hopefully we could have a Dream Wager and AKP Bowl one day.
Yeah, we got to start getting the merch rolling.
Oh, yes.
Giveaways, all that coming
That is in the books for 2026. So it's been a long, stressful weekend. I got to have it right now. So that will be on hand. But okay, let's get into it. We'll recap, and we will start in the DMV where the Washington Redskins, man, they kept it close. It wasn't close early on, but they did cover the 8.5. The game does go over the total. But Dallas trying to end the year strong. They do come out with the win 30-23 against third-string quarterback Josh Johnson, who he's been in the league forever. But Dak was good, man. Didn't turn the ball over. He did get sacked 6 times, but Malik Davis, he ran the ball well over 100 yards. Kayvon Turpin, he had the big 86-yard touchdown as well. Debo, if you went back and listened to me and Elvis, the prop of the week, Debo, over 43.5 receiving yards.
He's their entire offense and has been all year. He's a Swiss Army knife, and I had him in my fantasy the whole year.
I like Debo.
Like low ceiling, high floor, getting at least 17 to 20 points every week.
And I think Washington likes this Krosky Merritt guy. He ran the ball pretty hard, 11 carries for over 100 yards, 2 TDs as well.
Took him 17 weeks to get relevancy because I'm pretty sure he was drafted high on the boards, a lot of drafts, and it didn't pan out that way.
Yeah, so now that's 2 in a row for Washington. They've lost, and thinking Tankathon right now, they're sitting at the number 7 seed in the draft to get picked. So thoughts on the first game we saw yesterday?
It was, like you said, it was kind of a blowout. It was trending towards the Cowboys, just dropping 40 on their heads, but they pulled it in close. That's what they do. They make it physical. Dan Quinn's known to do that. That's what we talked about the identity in last episode. It's like, don't be so wishy-washy there. Keep switching over control to the team because you don't have an identity at that point. We know that if he's there, they can have a stout defensive team and then maybe protect Jaden Daniels on the offensive side because they got some work to do. That's a team that's in a division. The Cowboys got to make quick work of them, and they're all chasing the Eagles. So, just coming off the NFC Championship game, man, like 1 step forward, 2 steps back in the Commanders' eyes.
Yeah, 100%. They need to protect Jaden Daniels. That should be priority number 1 moving into the offseason. Thoughts on the Cowboys and Shoddy's first year as a head coach? I mean, they still have a chance to either go 500 or above 500, but 7-8 obviously missed the playoffs. But Dak is having a good year.
They'll probably get the 500 mark, which is just funny to get that tie is going to bite them in the wrong way, not in the right way where the Packers are going to make the playoffs because of the tie. That's a little funny to me. Then on Get Up this morning, they were arguing, let's get Rex Ryan in the building. Then they were saying, how personalities can clash between him and Sean. But I think I like Sean. I like Bron Shine. I think he's a good head coach. I think personalities mesh well. I think he's a good mind. I don't know what to say that Rex Ryan will be the defensive coordinator come next year, but they definitely need to do something there defensively because with that offense, you say you get sacked 6 times. It's, duration of the time he's on the field, the passing attack, those type of statistics add up, and also does time on the field for the defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, they're going to have to figure it out, slow the pace down a little bit, stop making them so tired on the offensive side because, yeah, they could score points, but that's another crutch that they have.
Yeah, offense I don't think is the problem. They got to lock up George Pickens, though. They got to pay him. I think defensively, that secondary is atrocious. I mean, they brought Quentin Williams. They trade for him. I think they're able to get pressure on the quarterback. It's the secondary and linebackers. I think it really needs a new system. They need a new
scheme. Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. So we'll see what they do moving forward, but it is good to try to end the season on a positive note. Someone who's not ending it on positive note, Dan Campbell and the Lions. I mean, a loss to Max Brosmer.
All I do is think about you guys. I
love Dan Campbell,
Me
but
too.
At the end of the day, him calling the plays is obviously a step down towards Ben Johnson. And I think the offense took a hit. They had 8 total turnovers heading into the game. They had 6 last night.
Jeez, I didn't see that. Wow.
I mean,
it basically doubled their amount.
They doubled it. I mean, and you got to shout out Brian Flores. The defense was flying all over the field at home. And they did this without my boy JJ. And at the end of the day, they're 500 now. Vikings, I know it wasn't the year they wanted, but they're another team ending it on a positive note. Lions, major step back this year.
Yeah, major step back. And then you question yourself, is their window closed, right? Can they win with Jericho? All these questions are being asked. And I do think they can win, but just like we talked about in the secondary, they got to address a lot of things defensively as well. That's their crutch. And, you can see the NFC is competitive. Look at their own division. Their own division is extremely competitive.
You saw salute. You saw the disbelief and kind of like with all that talent you got. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. I feel bad for all the fantasy guys.
Gibbs arguably the best talent in the NFL.
He's the best player on their team. I'm all right to say Brown's a top 10 receiver.
Yep.
I know Sam Laporta was hurt. He's a top 5 tight end. Jared Goff at times is a top 10 quarterback. I mean, with all the talent that they have, for them to be a 500 team it's
embarrassing.
It's
a bad look. Yeah. And I think it's a little mark on Dan Campbell. I think he's an extreme motivator. But when you go to X's and O's, you can see there's something lacking there. He has the plays. He has the Ben Johnson playbook. It's just about implementing when. And then the players executing thereafter. I think not on the same page right now. I think the credit to the losing that they suffered this year, all the injuries, I think deflate a team, especially a team that's expecting a lot in the locker room. So, yeah, you got to go back, address their needs, and then go out there motivated because Dan Campbell's going to have those boys ready come 2026.
If you took all 3 dogs in the points, you cash because Kansas City plus 13.5. It was just too many points. It was the first time ever in franchise history that Kansas City was a 13-point underdog. And the last time that they did, I think it was 11 points. Kyle Orton was their quarterback against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and they beat Aaron Rodgers outright. So that was my dog of the week, but it was too many points. Chris Oladukin, we now know, and I know a lot of people, it's all jokes, but these FCS quarterbacks, they're terrible. And a lot of people were like, oh, Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is an upgrade. Phillip Rivers.
He's twice the quarterback at some of the FCS guys coming up or
at
guys
45.
that like Canadian League or Arena League. There's a reason they didn't pipeline right into the NFL.
I mean, if this is the last game for Travis Kelce at Arrowhead, didn't go out best. He did lead the team, but it was a bad look. 5 for 36. He's going to finish out the year. It looks like he's getting married in the summer. It
One
looks
foot
like,
out the door.
Yeah, it's 1 foot out the door. And, I said it on last show with Elvis. Broncos play either up or down to their competition. Against a bad team, I just don't think Sean Payton is going to give out his A-plus game plan. He's going to give it a C and just get out there with the win. I like RJ Harvey stepping up. I think he's really cool. Cortland Sutton had a pretty good game. And Bo Nix led another comeback. He did throw the 1 pick, but I like Bo Nix. I really do.
See what you're getting out of Sean Payton. It's like you said in the lesser competition games. He's like, all right, you guys. He's like prove it game out there every single time that he's playing lower competition. He's like, I'm not going to be there to help you that much. I want you guys to go out there and win it. And then he comes out with those A+ game plans when he's playing good competition. So it's like you said, if he brings his A game come playoff time.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think this is Travis Kelce's last game?
Man, I thought he wasn't going to come out at all.
Yeah.
Is this his last season? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's going to be all next year. No Patrick Mahomes. That's your guy. And you've seen he's slowed down. He's getting married to the richest woman in the world. He could focus on the marriage and the wedding and do that. Yeah, he could retire and sell off into the sunset. He's done it all. He's going to go down as one of the greatest tight ends in history. So there's not much left to prove.
No.
And, going out unscathed is probably the best way, both physically and mentally.
Mentally, yeah, absolutely. And I know he wanted to go out with a bang and win the World Series and win the Super Bowl.
Who doesn't? Yeah,
who doesn't? But he's the all-time leading in receptions and receiving yards in Chiefs history. So
and the playoffs too, right? I think he got that.
So he's gonna get his
time, but playoffs specifically, they've been there 10 years straight.
Yeah,
it's rare not seeing them in there.
He's gonna get his number retired. He's gonna be in Canton one day with his brother. Go out, be a home dad, and just enjoy the rest of your days. I mean, you're good. You don't need to work anymore. So, but he'll probably do the pod and have a good life. But Broncos with that win though, they can clinch the 1 seed next week. We'll see what happens this week with the Patriots.
This year's been great, man. Everything's so neck and neck. I really don't know who can just pull out ahead and win the Super Bowl.
And I forgot to mention with the loss to the Lions, eliminated them, and the Packers have clinched. So now only one spot remains, and it is the NFC South. It will either go to the Panthers or the Buccaneers, and we will see. It will probably all go down.
Week 18, right?
Week 18, yeah. We'll see what happens this week. I mean, if Carolina wins this week, and we'll talk about it, and Tampa Bay loses, they lock up the division. So we'll see. And there's only 2 spots left for the AFC. Is the AFC North? We'll see what the Ravens and the Steelers, and then the second. Oh no, they're still fighting for the South in Jacksonville and the Texans.
Replacement, but both those teams have made the playoffs. Yeah,
absolutely. So wanted to talk about that. So prop of the week cashes. We don't get there with our teaser because the Lions screwed us, but we get there with the +13 with the Chiefs. We get there with the +8.5 with the Redskins. -7.5 didn't get there, but. We cashed. We had a pretty successful. Did you bet Christmas Day?
No, but I did have picks, and I got them both right. Besides the Lions, I thought that they may walk out with a win over the Vikings. Didn't see that coming from them, so it makes you think about going into Week 17 what they could do. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, real quick before we get to it, I wanted to touch your base because on the way home, I mean, it was a crazy afternoon for me, but on the way home. I got an update. Kyle Whittingham, welcome to Ann Arbor. He agrees to a 5-year deal to become Michigan's next head coach. I mean, we all saw what he did in Utah. He's 66. He is kind of old. My question, I guess, for Michigan.
Culture setter.
Yes, yes, extremely culture setter. I think Kyle Whittingham is a great coach.
He walks through the door and
corrects
a lot of mistakes and issues, especially the controversy that has surfed from UM. So
I mean, he went 13-0 in 2008. The perfect season. Let's not forget in Utah, his record in Utah, 177-88 in 21 years. That's a 67% winning percentage. He's going to be a Hall of Famer for college football. So my only question is, what is the succession plan after him?
You don't have to worry about that for a while. I mean, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. How old is Nick Saban? He's in the 70s, is he not? Belichick just entered college football, and he's the oldest. He was the oldest NFL head coach.
Yeah, so Nick Saban's 74.
They're talking about his 66-year age. You can get another decade out of him. If Whittingham wants to stay there coaching, he could do it. And like you said, you can find success in Michigan. You're going to be able to pull a lot more talent because of the money. Look what he was able to do with Utah. It's kind of like playing Moneyball at a college level. You're out in Utah, you're going to have to pull some, certain talent to make your team good. Maybe you get a benefit of the scheduling and the player, the universities that you'll play. But I think now with Michigan, with the expectation that UP can beat, your team, the rivalry. We've mentioned their team name way too many times.
I know. I said it
too
many times.
At the end of the day, that's what you go for. It's Michigan 100%. And Ohio State at the top.
My thing is, look what he did in Utah for 21 years. Imagine now with the resources and the money that the board and the boosters are going to give him up north.
Give him 1 year with people haven't signed and they have a winning record. Wait till they have some money backing some NIL players.
I hated it from an Ohio State perspective because Kyle Whittingham is a great coach.
He's going to be a winning. And there's the thing. It's like maybe you don't have to see them. Not that you don't have to see them. It's like you might not only see them once during the regular season. You might have to see them in the playoff.
Yeah. Great job. 5-year deal. The numbers didn't come out yet of what he's going to make, but they're going to make it worth it.
A continual thorn in the side of the Ohio State.
Yeah, it never fucking ends. I'll tell you that. But yeah, it was a great hire. I thought I got to give credit where it's due. I mean, that was a great hire, especially with all the I guess names off the board already for them to go and get Kyle Whittingham and probably make it worth his while to leave. Yeah, shout out them. That was a really good pick. But all right, kid, let's get to it. Let's get to our picks. But before we do that, let me tell you guys about Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market. Hands down, is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World's Beer Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks. So just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry at the Pop-Tart Bowl, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. Kid, I love this I love Saturdays, and they're smart, the NFL, because outside of the Pop-Tart Bowl, there's not a lot of good bowl games. So taking advantage of that, making everyone go over to the NFL and watch it, and
bring back Saturday football
and get rid of Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
And Herb streak. Let's go to Los Angeles SoFi, which old man Dylan, football is meant to be played outdoors, but that's for a different podcast.
Yeah, I hate the bowls, and now they're doing the domes, and
it's terrible. Los Angeles Chargers, short favorites here at home against the Houston Texans, -126 on the money line, +108 for the Texans. Total is 39.5, and I think it was a clear look ahead game last week for the Texans. I mean, playing a bad Raider team, they were looking ahead towards this week. But then I started to dig in and I said, or were they actually coming back to reality with that offense and CJ Stroud? And I just think this could be a revenge spot here for the Chargers as well. They beat them last year in the playoffs. They picked off Justin Herbert 4 times. And Jim Harbaugh is great in revenge spots with Justin Herbert. 9-4-1 ATS in revenge spots. Justin Herbert's playing at an elite level right now. I think they found something with the running game in the rookie Omario and Hampton. I think the defense is flying around as well. I would say Texans have the better defense, but I think the Chargers have the better offense. Yeah. At home, I'll lay the 1.5 here. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. I did go the opposite way. I had the Texans because I could easily see, as you said, as a look ahead and preparing for the spot. They may have Justin Herbert's number, or they know how to play him defensively. And then you are seeing improvement, I think, on the offensive side of the ball from where the Texans were at the beginning of the season. So it might not all be about the Chargers in this one, and they might see each other in the playoffs. So, I mean, I kind of, like you said, not just a look ahead in terms of what they played the week before, but a look ahead into the playoffs, which could happen in a week's time, right? 1 week away, 2 weeks away. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Texans get it done here. Not to say that I wouldn't pick the Chargers come playoff time.
All right. Let's go to the next Saturday game, and it is up in the frozen tundra. Shout out to episode 1 where Joey
Lambeau Field,
where the Green Bay Packers are going to be without Jordan Love. This might be the game of backups. Tyler Snoop Huntley going for the Ravens, and Malik Willis going for the Packers. Packers are still laying 3.5, which I'll say I agree with. -196 +164 for the Ravens. Total is 38.5. Yeah, Lamar is out. Snoop Huntley will get the start. And I just think watching the Ravens live in person, I just think something is off with them. Obviously, Lamar has been hurt all year. Packers we just talked about. They clinched the playoff spot last night with the Lions' loss. They are coming off extended rest. They played last Saturday as well. And I just think Jordan Love, he's not going to play, but I just think when Malik Willis came in for Jordan Love, he was great. He was really good. He was efficient. He was a game manager. And I think with the way the defense is going for Baltimore, they can't stop a nosebleed. And even if they have the lead, John Harbaugh blows all the leads. He is on the hot seat in my opinion.
Where how Jim is excelling in his spots, John is not.
Which I do think, even though if he does get fired, he's a Super Bowl champ. He will get a job. I'm just saying, like
he'll get a job. He'll be hired in the spot.
Yeah, I just think the Ravens are dead.
That's my opinion on this.
They're dead. I'm going with the Packers. This might be lock potential.
You relied on Lamar or King Henry, and then they don't give him the ball in the fourth quarter because he fumbled?
That's a fireable offense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think the Packers can hold their own. Like you said, Malik Willis seems to be good behind center. So I think that they're firing on other parts of their game. Special teams seem to not be a problem as it is for the Ravens. Penalties seems to be adding up for the Ravens. So I think the Packers can, under LaFleur, play a little bit smarter at home, under the elements, wanted to be there. I don't think the Ravens really want to keep playing. I really think they've already checked out week 17. Especially week 18 comes around. They're a team to fade, I would say.
All right. Both on the
minus 3.5. Yeah.
It might, like I said, it might be lock potential. Stay tuned. But yeah, I love the Packers here. Let's go to Sunday. 7 games in the 1 o'clock slate, and we will start with Carolina. Maybe trying to lock up the division. They are home puppies against Seattle. Seahawks laying 7.5 here, minus 360 on the money line, plus 290 for the Panthers. Total is 42.5. Excuse me, I mentioned it a little while ago. If the Panthers win this week and the Bucs lose, they clinch the division. Yeah. And, the Panthers are a frisky team at home, but I still like my method. I still like fading the Panthers after a win. We saw Tyler Shuck from the Saints carve up this secondary of Carolina. I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity for Sam Darnold in this passing attack to throw against them. And let's not forget, Seattle has something to play for. They need to win out. They get the 1 seed if they win out. So they're not going to be falling asleep at the wheel. They're going to be just as focused. The Panthers lose this week, and they beat the Bucs next week for the division. That is my game plan.
They're that much better, I think the Seahawks are, so you could see them travel east and win the game. I think there's going to be some pullback from me to not take the points the Panthers are getting. Plus 7.5, I'll take the hook with the touchdown. That's an easy take for me at home because I think they play tough. Canales has got those boys right playing close together.
Canales is a hell of a coach.
Yeah, they got good chemistry going on. Just trusting Bryce Young. I think they keep the games close. So I'll definitely take the plus 7.5. Like I said, mind you, traveling east, Seahawks playing a 1 o'clock game. It's really like a 10 o'clock game for them. So there's a chance that the Panthers get them sleeping early, and the Seahawks can probably pull it out late. They're a winning team. So maybe a field goal to win it, but plus 7.5, I'll take with the Panthers minus 120.
Yeah, Adam in the chat says it's all going to come down to next week for the Panthers, not this week. I agree. I mean,
yeah, they could lose the game. It's funny though.
I don't know that they still got to play for the 1 seed.
Yeah, and I think with the Bucs in the Dolphins game, I think that could be left up for conversation.
And we will get to that very soon. But let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals laying a touchdown here at home, minus 320 on the money line here. Cardinals, dome team coming outdoors, plus 260. Highest total on the board, 53.5.
That's a scary thing to take, total.
Oh, I mean, I was spot on last week with this Bengals team, destroying a rookie quarterback and Quinn Ewers, who's terrible. And honestly, I feel the same about this week. I feel like the line is accurate. I'm going to lay it here with the Bengals. Total's high. I like the over. I think there's going to be some points. But Angles always do this when they're eliminated and they go on this run. And you're like, oh, well, what if? What if?
But to do it at home.
No, and the Cardinals defense can't stop a nosebleed right now.
No Marvin Harrison.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, this is a dome team playing outdoors in late December.
In the cold.
No thanks.
Laying the 7.
Laying the 7 here.
And it's not bad. Minus 120 for the Bengals. No hook. Man, I'll take that.
a great teaser spot as well, maybe a little later on in the show. Let's go to Miami. You mentioned the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road, laying 5.5 here against Quinn Ewers and the Dolphins, minus
That's why
260.
you could take the points, but keep them. I'm all in on the Dolphins at home here. As I just think the Bucks, like we talk about Todd Bowles and like he's letting down late season heroics. We've seen him trying to get to the playoffs. There's collapses there in my eyes. So yeah, not to look ahead, but maybe one of the only dogs that I'm going to be taking run the money line here. Plus 220, they're counting them out.
As much as I hate it and I faded them last week, I think I would have to take the Dolphins here plus 5.5. And it all goes back to what Adam said earlier. It's all they don't care about this week. Panthers as well. It's all going to come down to week 18 for the division. And I've counted the Bucks have fucked me so much because they have so much talent on this team and they just underperform every week. And as much as I'm a supporter and backer of Todd Bowles, he's on the hot seat as well. I cannot stick up for a man that like that anymore. I think he has to go as well, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I'm all over Miami here catching the points. I just think they could backdoor it here in some way, somehow in Miami.
Yeah, that's why. They'll have some fun. The warm weather. It's not going to be cold or anything like that. You know they're going to play better. Having their own little battle for Florida, even though we know the Jaguars are probably the winners of Florida this year.
Speaking of the Jaguars, we will go and talk about the Jaguars. They're heading to Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. Jags laying 5.5 here on the road, minus 260 on the money line, plus 215 for the Colts. Total is 48.5. Do we see Phillip Rivers getting his first win, kid?
In division game, you know, they tend to play close to the chest, but I've been making money fading Phillip Rivers, though I think he's been great and he's done his job. It's the rest of the team. Let's be real. The Colts are a mess. So I just think the Jaguars are a legitimate playoff team. And I think they could be a dark horse making a push in the AFC, just like maybe the 49ers are in the NFC, teams that you don't really want to play, might not think the most of, but they'll come in there and they'll still win. So I like them scoring a lot of points. Colts do let up a lot of points, even at home in the Loud House. The barn is going to be rocking, but it's just not going to be enough with even the return of Phillip Rivers. So Jacksonville laying the 5.5. I think you could see it. It's kind of chalky on the money line and even laying it. So I just took their team total. Like I said, Colts letting up a lot of points. Jaguars can score them over 27.5 team total at minus 106 for the Jaguars. You're muted.
I said I like that. Sorry. I like that. You only need 4 touchdowns against a Colts defense that's really suffered lately. So I do like that. I'm going to lay the
first half. I saw team total was like 24.5. So they're expecting the Jaguars to get out to a 24-point lead to start the game. Yeah, give me the full game over 27.5. What?
Let me see this.
Or was it 21? I was somewhere.
No, I'm gonna double check. I want to see that as well. First half team total over 13.5 for the Jaguars. 2 touchdowns. Yeah, give me that as well. Add that to my card. 14 points, and Phillip Rivers is gonna hang in there. I also like, and maybe prop of the week, Phillip Rivers under longest completion, under 30.5. I mean, he
passed it last week though.
On his last pass, outside of that pick, I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna still ride this streak. I don't trust him. He doesn't throw the ball deep, and this is against a really good secondary as well in Jacksonville. Defense is playing really good. Trevor Lawrence is not turning the ball over. I think they're gonna be able to run on the Colts as well.
Yeah.
Another one where this might be lock potential. I love Jacksonville here this week, laying 5.5. Let's go out to the beautiful Radiator and MetLife, where the New York Jets are catching 13.5 points against the New England Patriots. Thank God Elvis is not on the pod for this one. Laying 13.5 for the Patriots, 12-1 favorite, plus 750 for the Jets. Total is 42.5. What are we doing here?
I think there's a sneaky play here. Just like you're saying, they're laying the 13.5. I'm thinking the Pats, they get out to an early lead in the first half of games, and they tend to slow down in the second half of games. So how I took the team total on the full game for the Jags, I'm going with the first half over team total for the Pats. I think the Jets are going to be asleep at the wheel to start the game. And like we said, the Pats are probably the fastest starting team, scoring on all their first drives, I think, for the majority of the year. So, yeah, Patriots over 14.5 first half team total is minus 102. Man, I think they could put up almost 30 points, I think, in the first half of this game.
Yeah, I'm laying the points. I mean, the Jets are broken. They are a sad team. It's Brady Cook. Who? He is terrible. You gotta lay it here. And I don't think they're gonna take their foot off the gas because they could still play for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna take their foot off the gas. I think they're gonna play hard. And Mike Vrabel off a win like that, and I know people are like, "Oh, it's a letdown." It's the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets scored 6 points against the Saints.
They're bad.
They're a bad team. I hope we get the 1 seed or the number 1 overall.
Y'all
pick.
need it.
Yeah. Give me the New England Patriots minus 13.5. Speaking of the Saints, Alex Shuck, maybe offensive rookie of the year. They're on the road laying 2.5 here in Tennessee against Cam Ward. Minus 148 on the money line for the Saints, plus 126 for the Titans. Total is 39.5. What are we doing here? I love the Saints, kid.
I could take them on the money line. I think the Titans, for some reason, they have played real hard, and they just might not be a good team. I think that's the difference between the Jets and the Titans there, is that the Jets are bad and don't have any heart. The Titans are bad and they have some heart. So I think that they can maybe put the points in their back pocket is something you're willing to take, but I think the Saints are a better team outright. Kellen Moore's got Shuck playing really well. So I'll just take them on the money line. It's not bad. Minus 148 just for them to win outright.
Yeah, I'll lay the 2.5. This another one. This might be lock potential as well. I love Shuck. I think there's if he wins out and he wins 6 games,
he might have pulled away for the offensive rookie of the year.
And everyone was claiming Emeka Ibuka.
Oh, he fell asleep.
He's
Tet McMillan, T-Mac.
Now I'll say this: if they win the division, there's a case for him. But for Shuck fans like myself, we need him to not do anything.
I might have something for you at the end segment.
Ooh, I love
Shuck.
it. But
yeah.
I like Shuck. I think he should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's won 3 in a row now for the Saints might not be the best team, but Kellen Moore has the boys playing.
Yep.
They play hard and they want to win.
He calls a good game too.
He does. And I think that's what he needs. And who knows if the Saints are going to go and draft a quarterback. Alex Shuck is making a point where he should be the franchise quarterback moving forward. So yes, Phil.
Yeah.
Shout out, Phil. Yes, I am a Shuck fan.
Shout out, Phil. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I am a Shuck fan.
I like Shuck too. I like the story where he came from. He was not starting. We talked about him, the quarterback in last week. He didn't start at all pretty much during his college career. And then he still gets drafted. It just speaks to the level that he could be.
Yeah. Shout out Tyler Shuck. Let's go to a classic AFC North tradition. In Cleveland, the Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers laying 3 on the road, minus 174 on the money line, plus 146 for the Browns. Total is 34.5. What a low total, Joey. 34 is nuts. But with a win, the Steelers would clinch the division and a playoff berth. I still think TJ Watt is out. He's probably they should sit him for the rest of the season. But even without him last week, the Steelers did do a good job stopping the run for Detroit, and the Browns just lost Quinson Junkins, their best running back for the season. This Browns team is extremely one-dimensional.
Who's that quarterback? Is it Deshaun Watson?
No, it is Shedeur Sanders.
What was this whole thing about Deshaun getting the start? What's that whole thing?
No, they just activated him, but yeah, he's just mentoring. He's not going to play. I just don't know how the Browns offense is going to get going here against a Steelers defense that's kind of good. I know the Browns are frisky at home, especially in divisional game. Might feel like a trap, but I feel like the Steelers aren't playing around here and going on the road, locking up the division. Don't worry about what the Ravens do. Go out and win. I will lay the 3 here with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's why I'm so scared. I wasn't willing to lay that 3. I could see a backdoor cover here. I see the Browns scoring 2 tutties late, garbage Shedeur Sanders touchdowns. So I did take the Steelers to lock up the division. I took them on the money line, but I just wasn't willing to lay the points. Like I said, you could see a sneaky Browns backdoor cover to just bust parlays and bust teases and
bust everywhere,
and then keep the sports books profitable.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh my God, this might be the Fernando Mendoza game here. Let's go to the 4:00 window.
Who's gonna chuck it?
Who's gonna lose the game to get Fernando Mendoza? Did you hear the report? Max Crosby, they wind up sitting him for the rest of the season. He left frustratedly. He left the facility. They free Max Crosby. He doesn't deserve this. He is arguably a top 5 defensive player in the league, and he's just being wasted in Los Angeles. And he wanted to play. They said, no, we are tanking for the number 1 pick. Giants just stink. They're just tanking because they're bad.
Yeah.
But they're favorites here on the road, -1.5, -126.
And I went to the game last year where they're on the road in this exact spot to get the number 1 pick of the draft, and they won against the Falcons. So, I mean, it's just crazy that I do feel like the Giants are going to do that again. You know, they don't need the quarterback, and I feel like
they don't?
I think they're going to stick with Jackson Dart. There's no need for them to go. They're gonna F this up. I can see it effing this up because they did it last year. Not gonna get the
they
pick
are.
that they want. Yeah, they're gonna go out there, win the game. You know, if it actually comes down to football play on the field, the Raiders are maybe just as much of a mess as the Jets are, which is worse than the Giants.
Hey.
Let's be real, right? The Raiders are a mess, bad. You know, there's gonna be turnovers. I'm taking the Giants. I think -116 on the money line is a fair pick. And I would even go out to say that their defense scores a touchdown against them. No Brock Bowers, no one to really pass the ball. The offensive line can't block for Genty. I think sooner or later a turnover is going to occur, and let's see if they take it to the house. So I'm willing to place that little bet into the Giants anytime touchdown for the defense is +850 for you guys. Yeah.
I like that. A little D-gen play. Yeah, Adam says the Giants are going to F this up. Yeah, they always find ways to F it up, honestly.
Raiders will get the first overall pick for next year's draft.
But let's be honest. These are the 2 worst teams. And I know you said the Jets, but the Jets have a great special teams. The Jets actually
won the Snoopy Bowl.
Yeah.
Did the Jets win or the Giants win?
The Jets won, I think.
Oh, okay. So then you're facts. Then the Giants are worse.
I want nothing in this game. I'll take the under. I think both offenses are abysmal. And I would hesitate to say, and it all depends on who they bring in at head coach for the Giants. Let's not set it in stone that Jackson Dart is the guy. That's my take.
If it's John Gruden, he's the guy. No.
If it's Marcus Freeman, I don't know. Anything is on the
Yeah.
table. So yeah, we'll see. This game is terrible. Anyway, let's go to a better game.
Bowl right there.
At Orchard Park, the Buffalo Bills taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Bills laying 1.5 here at home, -118, +100 for the Eagles. Total is 44.5. What do we got here for this one, kid?
Yeah, man. I think this is a great game, and maybe a preview of the Super Bowl, right? Could be a Super Bowl matchup between the Eagles and the Bills. I'm going to miss outdoor football, that's for sure, because today you got them wanting to build a dome and Kansas City wanting to build a dome, and every cold weather team building a damn dome is just ruining old school football.
It's a travesty.
Yeah. But I feel like still looking on paper, and it's not on the field, that the Eagles are a better team, right? I look at what they did against the AFC last year. They kind of demolished the AFC. And I think, riding in the cold weather on the back of Josh Allen is recipe for success. He normally does it, but I feel like the Eagles can actually win this. I'll take the 1.5 in my back pocket. Bills are normally in close games, and with the bad weather, I think both teams can play in, and it should keep it close. So I was going to take the points with either team, and I found out that the Eagles were getting it. So they could win it, but I think I feel safer just taking the 1.5 in my back pocket. So it's going to be a good game. And are we going to see some snow? I don't know. Did we see anything in the forecast?
Well, we are having an Arctic blizzard here coming in the Northeast. Hopefully, I'm able to get the hell home.
Literally last minute. They're going to be snowed in.
So right now it is snowing in Garfield. Oh, I didn't want to say that, but it doesn't matter now. It's going to be snowing today, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, 4 days in a row. Hopefully, hopefully I'm able to get home.
Hey, it ain't snowing over. It's not snowing in Myrtle Beach. I'll tell you that.
Hey, maybe we'll stop in and get some Waffle House. I'm gonna actually take the Bills here. I think
laying a point
money line -118. I just think this was a classic look ahead spot for them. Last week they didn't take the Browns serious. It was one of obviously Josh Allen's worst games of not just this year, maybe of his career. I think coming back home against a good team. This is another team where the Bills, like the Broncos, they play up or down to their competition. Yeah. This is a really good Eagles team that they have a lot of experience, especially in the playoffs. It's going to feel like a playoff game. I'm going to take the Bills here. I think Josh Allen turns into Superman, and I think they get 1 or 2 more stops that they need. So I'll take Buffalo here. on the money line, kid. And that's going to wrap it up. We went through it. Obviously, Sunday Night Football.
Some aligned. Doesn't normally go well when we do, but I like the opposing decisions on some of the games.
Actually, let's do it. Let's do Sunday Night Football. We'll do it. Fuck it. 49ers on the at home. Back at, I always say Candlelight. I don't think it's Candlelight. I think it's Levi.
It's not Candlestick. It's Levi's, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a travesty. Everything's
49ers
49ers laying 3 at home against the Bears. -168 on the money line, +142 for the Bears. Total is 52.5. Good game. Very good game here for Sunday Night Football. What are we feeling here? Bears still, there's a path for the 1 seed.
There's a path for the 1 seed, and the path for the 1 seed I see getting the shot is the 49ers, because I think they can win this game. Wow. I'm going to lay the 3 points with the 49ers being the dark horse of the division. But how could you be the dark horse if you lock up the 1 seed? They beat the 49ers and they beat the Seahawks next week, depending on what happens with Seahawks and Carolina this week, I think, right? Because if they win, I think they still lock it up, right? So they need the Seahawks to lose, and then Seahawks they can beat them next week. So
and they play them week 18.
That's what I'm saying. So my bold take for the year was that going into week 16, that the 49ers were going to take the 1 seed, because the Rams should have the layups as well. You look who they play, but anything can happen. So yeah, I'm going with the 49ers to lock up the 1 seed, and that's going to be done by beating the Bears here. And that's scary, because look at the Bears, what they've done in single score games, right? They're winning all of them. So I'm taking a little bit of a chance here, but they're giving the 3, right? They're not getting the 3 points, right?
They're laying the 3.
Yeah, I think if anything, that's how it'll come down to the Bears making that final push down 3. And so maybe I get a push in that way.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take it. I'll lay the 3 points here with the 49ers. I just think they're better offensively. I think Brock Purdy, they said George Kittle is a game-time decision. I expect he will play. He's a tough son of a bee. Bobby Salah got the defense flying right now. And I just think this is a major letdown spot here for the Bears after an emotional win, getting that monkey off of their back, not being able to beat the Packers, going and winning in overtime in Chicago, now going on the road and taking on a 49er team, another team that has a pathway not to just the division, but to the 1 seed as well. Another playoff atmosphere game. I'm going to lay it here with the 49ers. I trust Kyle Shanahan more than I do Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan is doing great coaching. I arguably should be coach of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot of coaches that should be up for that. But all right, kid, thank you. Let's go to our lock, dog, and teaser. We will start with the lock. I am very interested to see where you're going this week.
Yeah, though I didn't take them, it's just because it was too chalky to even lay the points. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they're going to walk all over the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, I've been making money fading Phillip Rivers, and I like the guy, and I think he's been doing well. Like I said, it's also the rest of the team. They don't have an identity. They're playing hurt, and I think they're going to get stomped on by a really good Jacksonville Jaguar team.
Give me Saturday. Give me the Green Bay Packers laying 3.5 here. I just think Malik Willis is better than Tyler Huntley. I think Matt LaFleur is better than John Harbaugh right now, and I just think the Ravens are dead. And this is no shot at all my friends down in the DMV. If you're listening, I am sorry. I love you all. I root for the Ravens. But you guys are dead right now. My friend Grant was at the game. He goes, Dylan, this was a tough watch. He was at the game. Shout out Dan. He was at the game. This defense is not playing well. And without Lamar Jackson, I just don't think you're going to be able to do it. They didn't give Derrick Henry the ball the last 13 minutes. That's a fireable offense.
Yeah.
Give me Green Bay. They're going to at home. Yeah, I'll take Malik Willis here.
Right in the cold weather this time of the year for the playoffs, getting ready for the playoffs. It's Packers time. It's Packers time. Yeah.
What's your dog of the week? I think I have a feeling about this.
Yeah, it's the only team I took as a dog of the money line. It's the Fins, the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I think they beat the Bucks outright. I took them on that plus 220. I don't see how they don't get favorited here at home. I think Bucks have been completely overrated all year. With maybe the hot start they had offensively, it's been complete opposite way for the rest of the season. So the Fins can play up to this one. So they're my dog of the week.
It's crazy because I feel like I went chalk all day. I don't think the only dog I took was Miami plus the 5.5.
I took them. Only one I took on the money line.
Yeah.
So I had to
Well,
take
you
it.
like the Browns too, +3, and the
No.
Panthers, didn't you?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I took the points. But the Browns. No, I said a backdoor cover, but I have the
Yeah.
Steelers on the money line.
You did like Texans, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, but they're not my dog of the week. I think
No, I know. I'm just
if
saying.
we're looking at it, I think that the Chargers have a better chance of beating the Texans than the Bucks have beaten the Fins.
I'll double up. I think Miami gets it. I just think another team that's broken, the Bucks. I do not
Yep.
want to be backing them right now. I think Baker's
Baker's
another
hurt.
guy. He's hurt too. Yeah, I was just gonna say. So yeah, give me the 40 the
Miami
Dolphins
Dolphins.
here.
Well, you and I couldn't find their name.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What was that about?
All right, I'll
Teaser?
start with the teaser. I'll
Yeah.
do a 3-leg teaser, and we will
too.
start
Okay. Yeah.
in Carolina. I'm going to tease Seattle down from 7.5 to 1.5. I'm going to tease down Cincinnati from 7 to 1, and I'm going to go to Monday and tease down the Rams from 8.5 to 2.5.
Okay.
So they just have to win by a touchdown. It's a 3-legger, 6 points plus 140. That's my teaser.
I'm taking the Pats, trying to squeeze them all the way down from what are we at 14.5 or 13.5. 13.5 would make it to
19.5.
8.5. If I'm squeezing
teasing down. Yeah. 8.5. 8.5.
8.5 for the Patriots, minus 8.5 for the Patriots. Gonna tease the Steelers. I think they were giving 3, right? I'm gonna take 3 now. I want to get +3.
Teasing through 0.
Yeah, I'm teasing through 0. So I want to now get some points for the Steelers,
Okay.
just in case if the backdoor cover wins the Browns the game. Like I said, be careful of the backdoor cover from Shedeur Sanders. He chucks it up in the end zone and they catch the ball, right? He might not have the ability to win the game, but maybe they pull one out last minute. So I'll take some points for that game for the Steelers. And then I'm going to tease the Eagles. It's at the 1 plus 1.5, which I'm taking straight up. Let's get it even more. Even if your Bills wind up stomping them at home in Orchard Park, I think plus 7.5. I think the touchdown. There's no way the Bills are going to win more than that.
All right,
so
plus
that should be a
140.
good one. Yeah.
All right, and then real quick, let me tell you guys. Elvis did text me his plays. He is on the Texans plus 1.5. He's on the Steelers -3, Panthers +7, Raiders money line. Oh, that's ugly. Bills money line, Saints money line, 49ers -3. His lock is 49ers -3.
I like that, dude.
Dog is Texans.
Okay.
His teaser, he's teasing the Jags down to -0.5. I do like that. Yeah. Bengals down to -1.5, and he's teasing the Bucks. To 0 to pick.
He's the one against. He saw that. He was like, I got to go the opposite there.
I got to go.
But he had a teaser, so he's not confident either.
No, but all right, kid. And then let's get to our prop of the week. And our prop of the week is always brought to you by Props.Cash, the best way to research all your player props. We've been using it for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month when you use the code DREAM25. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. All right, kid, what is your favorite prop for week 17?
We were talking about it a little bit heading into the New Orleans game at Tennessee. We like what we're seeing out of Kellen Moore, getting the most out of Tyler Shuck, and I just think he's going to be chucking the ball all over the field. So Shuck 2+ passing touchdowns is plus 122. You look at the Titans are allowing almost 28 points per game to their opponents. So I think it's guaranteed at least 2 will come through the air with that attack. So yeah, Shuck 2+ passing touchdowns for my prop, plus 122.
Real quick, Elvis's prop is Quinion Johnson for the Chargers, over 35.5 receiving yards at -110. Quinnen. What's that? Quinton? Yeah, Quinton Johnson over 35.5 receiving yards.
TCU former receiver Johnston. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. For me, I teased it. It's going to be Phillip Rivers. I'm going back to the well with this one as well. Under 30.5 longest completion under at -110. I love this play as well. You can get -107, so shop around with your books. I'll say this as well. you know who does really bad against tight ends? The Bengals. And as much as I like the Bengals in this spot,
McBride's going to eat.
McBride, 2+ touchdowns. Just play that straight up. 2+ touchdowns. Trey McBride. Bengals are the worst against the tight ends. And in garbage time, we know Jacoby Brissett is going to let it loose. He's going to throw the ball. Him and Michael Wilson, they have a great connection. But Trey McBride, best tight end in the league, 2 touchdowns. I love that play.
Yeah, that's why I think your tease is going to come in handy there, because maybe that -7 gets a little dicey at the end.
Let me try to get you
backdoor covers from the Cards as well. They're known to happen.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns. Trey McBride, 8-1.
Wow,
plus
plus 800. Yeah. I see that Shuck as a quarterback can definitely get 2 through the air. As a receiver, you're relying on Brissett will be back there, right?
Yes, Jacoby. Yes.
At least we know he can get on the rock as compared 100%. To Murray has been. So.
All right, kid. Thank you so much. Let's go to no college playoff games this week. They're going to be next week for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But let's talk about some college games. Like I said, I am going to the Pop-Tart Bowl at the Camping World Stadium here in Orlando, Florida. BYU is laying 4. Total is 55.5. I'm going to lay it here with BYU. I just
were they against
Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, baby. Great game. The Mormons are everywhere. They got money. They're dumping it into their program, and they're going to come over here, and they're going to lay it on Georgia Tech. I like King. I think he's a good quarterback. I just think that offense against BYU, and BYU has only lost to one team this year, and they got gypped. Texas
and that's
Tech.
all I was going to say. If they had to play Texas Tech, you could be saying BYU's in the damn playoff. So I'm with you. I'd lay it. I'd lay alternate spread. I'd go up to 6.5. I'd say they win by at least a touchdown.
All right. What else you like? We do have the Military Bowl in Annapolis against Pittsburgh and East Carolina. Pittsburgh's laying 10.5. We have some opt-outs here as well. What
was ECU's record?
They're both 8-4.
Okay.
Yeah, ECU. East Carolina had a pretty good year.
What are they getting? ECU's getting points then.
10.5.
I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking the point. You're 8-4 record. People underestimate the Sun Belt at times, and I think the competition is getting better, especially now they can pay some people. I'll take the plus 10.5 in my back pocket.
I had to ask you. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. Your Clemson Tigers and Dabble taking on Penn State. Clemson laying 3 here.
Against who?
Penn State.
Give me Penn State.
Oh, you're faded Dabo.
I honestly, though, I think
Clemson should win this.
Clemson should win. But let's be real, right? But we talk continuity at the head coach position. You don't get rid of Dabo, even all the controversy, but they got rid of James Franklin. Penn State did. And, I mean, they're just flopping around, right? Who do they have as their new head coach? Do we even know?
For Penn State?
Yeah,
Penn State's new coach is the guy from Matt Campbell. Iowa State.
Okay, I was going to say the fact that we're not remembering wasn't.
No, I knew.
He's pretty good, but he's not there to coach them. So I just think that Clemson, they should probably win that one. Me saying Penn State was for fun. I'm not a big fan of Clemson, so I'm thinking though that's why I did that. They're probably going to win.
Yeah, and then the other obviously really good game is that night. LSU in the Texas Bowl in Houston, Texas, taking on University of Houston. LSU laying 1.5. It's kind of a pick 'em right now. Total is at 42.5. Wow. I got to go Houston in a home game in the state, NGR, where the Houston Texans play at home against
Very
LSU.
Good team, good offense.
And good
you got to fade these two teams that don't have their original head coaches, like we did with Penn State. We're going to do with LSU as well. No continuity at the head coach position in college football. It's a recipe for disaster.
But that's all we got, kid. Anything else before we get up out of here? That's it.
No, that's it, man. Right. I know I wasn't trying to cross shows, but I think there's only going to be some like a couple of boxing, and you know what I mean. And then other than that, there's basketball. I think slate was good. How about the Knicks coming back from 17 down? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out the Knicks. What a game. They didn't cover for me, but they won. It was a hell of a game. It
was a fun game for Christmas, man.
I know NFL's trying to take over, and this is a football show, but the games were a little better. They were all like bad games, like for NFL.
No more Thursday night. I think only Thursday games that should be played all year, all calendar year, are turkey games. That's it. Thursday night, Thanksgiving. That's it.
And St. Joe's and Bosco. That's it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, kid. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the games. Good luck on all your picks. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.